Greetings, YouTube! It's Mr. Scott, your favorite middle-aged metalhead, back again today with another reaction video. And today, we've got a reaction request coming at you all, and this is a tag team request. First one I've ever gotten on the channel here. It's from Arkham Reacts and Mrs. Fungus, and they have here a bass solo from one of the biggest influences on the bass guitar in the world of jazz, and that is Stanley Clarke. Stanley Clarke is a name that I remember hearing about when I was first getting into playing bass. Jazz has never been something I've been hugely into, honestly, so I checked out a little bit of Stanley's stuff, but since I was more of a metal guy when I was getting into it, that's kind of the wheelhouse I stuck to. But I always remember hearing names like Stanley Clarke, Charles Mingus, and Larry Graham, Bootsy Collins, players that were from music genres that I wasn't necessarily really into, but I still wanted to check out their stuff to see what it was about them that influenced so many players that eventually influenced me. I know a man like Victor Wooten, who is an amazing bass exhibitionist and musician and jazz player. I've gotten to see Victor Wooten live. Huge influence on him is Stanley Clarke. So we're going to check out this bass solo here today. I'm looking forward to this. It's a relatively short video, not even 5 minutes long, so it should be fun. If you'd like to request a reaction from me, all the information is down there in the description. Also down there, links to my social networks, my TeePublic merch store, where you get yourself some cool It's Mr. Scott merchandise, and my Twitch account, where I go live every week and I play music on there. The link to the video I'm reacting to will be down there too, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So, Stanley Clarke bass solo. What do you say we fire it up? Thrill me. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what we're hearing here. At the beginning, Stanley is laying down the chord progression for the song, using the bass, which is not something that's typically done because of the super low tones. It can be very difficult to make the notes stand out properly, sonically, because there's a lot of frequencies going on there when it comes to bass amplifiers. So you really have to be tuned in to your sound quite well to make sure everything comes out clean and you can process everything. So he's doing that at the beginning. Then we see a little bit more of the typical funk technique of the slapping and popping, using the thumb to slap down on the notes and using a finger to pluck the note, strum it, coming back up there. And you notice Stanley's not playing a whole lot of notes. It's not being crazy exhibitionist style, doing tapping and harmonics and trying to cram 10,000 notes in 4 bars. He's doing what needs to be done as a function of the song. And that is the bass player's job. Back into it. Here we go. Now the bass takes over the melody. Bringing down the sound a little bit. Dynamics. something I just noticed there, if I can back up a second here. Notice the positioning of Stanley Clarke's hand. Several bass players, myself included, we tend to play fingers basically pointing down to strum the notes or use a three-finger tactic or whatever. He's got his hand kind of twisted a little bit and kind of playing to the side. That is something that comes from playing a stand-up bass. And it gives it this whole different sound. It really does give it a whole different punctuation. Also, it's about space. There's so much space going on there that can be filled with all these notes. You don't need to do that. You find the right notes and you play them at the right time. And that's what a great musician does, like this guy. Let's finish it up. Yes. Amazing, amazing music there. Towards the end of the song, as I said, it's a lot about space, and not having to throw a ton of notes in there. Well, you made a liar out of me near the end of the song, yes, where he started throwing in a lot more. But it was building it up. It was building and building and building. And a big function of jazz music, but music in general, is the bass and the drums are one. They have to become a solid unit. And you saw there at the end how Stanley and the drummer, which I don't know the drummer's name, but he was amazing, really they were just basically playing off each other. And you would kind of lock into the drummer there. You'd see the drummer start to go a little bit more on the toms. He'd start throwing a few more notes in there, going beat for beat with what the drummer was doing. And they back off a little bit, very much like a blues, B.B. King, Buddy Guy type thing, where you feel the beat and you kind of stop. And then you throw in a big lick and you stop. And you throw in another lick and you stop. Just whatever emotion you're feeling, you start pushing it out there. And that's what I love about the instrument. That's what I love about music in general. And I love doing videos like this. Thank you, Arkham Reacts and Mrs. Fungus, for recommending this space solo. Did enjoy that a lot. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell. And check out all the information about me down in the description. Thank you very much for stopping by, my friends. You stay decent out there and keep those horns high.